Okay, guys, this is Ruckus Bringer. This is my first introduction to telemetry. I've never used telemetry. I've been flying since I was 12 years old, back in the 80s, and I've never used telemetry. I've heard people talk about it, and I've seen videos of people using it, just never thought about it. Okay, so this is my favorite transmitter in the world, the Deviation Devo 10 from Walkera, and I got the third-party Deviation software on here. So I'm gonna turn it on. Okay, a couple things I want to mention. I've never used the telemetry features on this transmitter before, so I've always seen the menus, but I've never really messed with them. The first thing I must tell you, once you get your receiver bound, okay, the receiver is a Spectrum. So Spectrum uses the protocol DSMX or DSM2. I had to use DSMX instead of DSM2 because for some reason DSMX or DSM2 would not. My fail-safes with my throttle wouldn't work for some reason, so I switched to DSMX and then it worked fine. So anyways, to get telemetry to work, if you go to the Deviation website, they don't tell you how to turn on the telemetry on the transmitter. So all it says is that it's default on, okay? I went to these forums. I mentioned the guy's name if I remembered it, but it was just such a simple thing. He wasn't explaining how to turn on the telemetry, but he's using the same transmitter and the same software. He explained how to do it, and all you have to do is hit enter. You go to your protocol on this menu. I'll go back here. You hit enter once, model menu, model setup, bam, and then you scroll down to your protocol here. You hit enter, and boom, this is the only place this pops up, telemetry on or off. Now, I'll shut it off to show you. Okay, if you go and look for telemetry in your transmitter menu, telemetry monitor, it just says telemetry is off. And I couldn't for the life of me figure out how to turn it on. I was like, what the heck? So that's when I went to that forum, and the guy explained to me, said, hey, this is what I did. Click this, turn telemetry on. Go back to your monitor. Boom. Well, it has to reset for some reason. I don't know why it does that. So then you go to your telemetry monitor. Excuse me. And then it shows, these are all blanked out because nothing's on here yet. But it's searching for it. It's waiting for the thing. So anyways, that receiver, I'll tell you what it is, the Spectrum receiver I'm using. It's a AR6600T. It has onboard telemetry, which means it's got 3 features you don't need to add any sensors to it. The 3 features are data logging, signal strength, and onboard voltage for the receiver. Not the main battery for the receiver, it's just letting you know how much voltage the receiver has or is getting from your BEC, or if you have a separate battery, just let you know. So it comes with a cable specifically for your flight battery voltage. Okay. Now there's a couple features that you can have, like an adapter. This is a different adapter, but you can have an adapter like this where you actually make the wires you make the wires that come from your plug there into here, and then you just plug that into your battery and then plug the aircraft into that. I didn't want to do that. I actually hooked the wires directly into my ESC plug, so that way you still only have to plug in the one plug and then you're good to go. No adapters or nothing. So the only adapter I'm using is to switch from XT60 to that EC3. So anyways, that was that. Not too hard to do. Just had to pull out the pins and then solder it. So anyways, I'm gonna hook this up now so you can see this data up here. Okay. Ugh. Alright. Oh, I lost my backlight now. Okay. So there you go. See, I got the receiver voltage is 5.1. And I got my battery voltage. That's my main battery voltage from the plug, the pigtail plugs I just showed you. And then you also have the fade data. Okay. Now data logging, I haven't really messed with that. You can turn it on, and I'm sure it will, will tell you, what position your different servos are, how much voltage they're getting, all that stuff. But I'm not, like I said, I'm a novice with this stuff, so there may be other videos that will come out later. But the coolest thing is, I didn't want to. Obviously, you're not going to watch this menu while you're flying, unless you have some type of stability system or whatever, or safe system, which I don't have on this glider. I haven't even made in this glider yet, so I don't know what the tendencies are anyway. So I was like, well, there's got to be a way to set an alarm of some sort, right? Especially for your battery voltage, right? So there is. You go back to your main menu here, see our model menu, and then scroll down to your telemetry configuration. Click on that, and then you can add different features. I think you can add up to five alarms for different features. Nope, 6. I guess 6 alarms. So my main one was the voltage, okay? Voltage 1. Voltage 1 is your battery. It doesn't tell you this, but voltage 1 is your battery. I think it goes by the menu on the telemetry monitor. And voltage 2 is your receiver. So let's just do this right now. Since I already have this set up, I won't mess with it. You click down here, and I'm going to go voltage. I'm going to do voltage 2. Okay? Voltage 2. Now, it's beeping, alright? This was confusing me earlier when I was trying to set it up. It's beeping because my voltage is set to 0. Okay? I'm going to set it higher than 0, right? And you're wondering, what the heck? Why would the alarm, like you're setting the threshold right here, why would the alarm go on when your threshold's lower than what it actually is? Well, it's because of this stupid little thing right here. You have to switch that over. That's your greater than or less than. So I'm going to go over here and select below 5 volts. I'll do 3 volts, or let's just do 2 volts. So that's that. I actually discovered that on my own. I was like, what the heck? There might be something in the deviation website that explains that, but just to let you guys know, it's that simple. You come here, I set up my main voltage for 13, because I'm using a 4-cell. You set up your main voltage for 13 volts, because I think 0 is like 12.6 or something. So when this thing starts bumping towards 13 volts or below 13 volts, it's going to let me know, which is awesome, by the way. You don't have to use any timers or anything. You don't even need to use this battery checker anymore on this plane anyway, because if you put in a dead battery, it's going to tell you, like, hey, dummy. Now, your receiver voltage won't be below that, but your main voltage will. But if that receiver voltage starts glitching out for some reason, you have a loose wire or loose connection or something, ESC may be taking a crap, or BEC, it will let you know. And that's really cool. I don't know, it may log that too along the way. I haven't really seen that. But anyways, that's that. That's how you set up your stuff. And you can set up the fades too. Fade A, B, L, R, a loss, a signal loss you can set up. So it will actually give you an alarm to say if you're getting out too far, you can actually set that stuff up. It's pretty cool. So anyways, that's enough of that. I'm going to shut this off. And now I wanted to ask about this. This is the Dynamite GPS speedometer passport. And yeah, I mean, if you guys know what this port is, let me know. I looked on the website. There's nothing that talks about it. And there was some guy that does a review, pretty good review about it. He just says it might be for an extra feature later on down the road. but it has your positive, your negative, and your S for like your servo lead to plug in. Oh, that's the wrong one. Like it's got all 3 wires to plug in there. So I'm thinking, I'm hoping that there's a feature in here to actually send to telemetry. That would be so cool. And that way you could have all your information, your GPS information coming through your telemetry. Because that does have an X bus port. I believe it's for GPS. It's got your speed, your altimeter, temperature port, and then it's got this X bus port, which I believe is for something like, I don't know if it's like for this, but again, I'm new to this stuff. I really don't know telemetry. I'm literally, when I fly tomorrow, hopefully there's no wind, or there's a little bit of wind, not like it was today. When I fly tomorrow, that will be my maiden flight, not just this airplane, but of flying with telemetry. So pretty cool, man. I can't wait. I'm kind of excited to oops, I'm gonna unplug this. Kind of excited to experience the no timer. I don't have to worry. Obviously you're gonna get longer flight times. So yeah, this is Ruckus Bringer signing out, and you guys have happy. Hope you guys had a happy Thanksgiving, and hope you guys have asked Santa for some airplanes, some new airplanes, so you can go fly and be happy and fly. Thanks a lot. Ruckus Bringer out.